Hey guys, Luna here, and welcome back to the last episode of Pesterquest. And I actually have the achievements locked up because I realized that these two are actually being updated, not these. Tally Hoedown, you threw a rad cosplay party with Jake and Jade, and into the future. You vibed with Roxy on the edge of the vast airplane woodland. Auto-corrected to vast. And now we'll be going on to befriending Dirk, which, obviously, as a general rule, as I said in all my previous episodes, that Pesterquest contains adult language, violence, and innuendos. Now, in Dirk's and the Afterward, there's a discussion of suicide, so please be warned. Obviously, there's varying levels of mentions of certain topics, but who knows, there is at least a little bit of it. So, hopefully, since this is we are going to be getting Dirk's director's cut and the 3 secret endings as well. I don't know exactly, but we can certainly try. So, but into volume 14. Just go ahead now. And you've come a long way. You've made a lot of friends and managed to keep them all. You're helping them grow and growing alongside them while also entrenching yourself in some ridiculous nonsense along the way. Living, laughing, loving, shitting, farting. As it's alright and in balance. You think so anyways. You're still on the lookout for any specific bits of meaning to help nail down your sense of purposes. It careens every which way according to the whims of friendship and fantasy. There's a natural flow to this all. Trolls in sets of 12s, give or take, since some come in pairs as you think back to your first round of friends. Kids in sets of 4. You've had time to realize more about the Earths you've been hopping between. A kid on one is adult on the other. It's been weirdly reliving, seeing multiple versions of your friends. Not that they seem to be bound by any the same rules that they are. It's just that as someone whose self has been scattered to the winds of time, regathered thanks to her Atreya, and is still not fully stable, it's kind of nice to see it's not just you out there trying different shit out. Self-wise. When you think about the last friend left to visit and set, you can't help but feel a bit guilty. With everything Jake told you about him and from what you know of Dave's bro, you're not exactly meeting him with a clean slate. You haven't let anyone else's complicated personality traits holding you back from finding a way to befriend them, though, and you're not about to start now. You'll just have to find to make it work. God, isn't it fun having such a complicated and nuanced tangle of interpersonal relationships within your friend group? Isn't it such a delightful challenge? Anyway, the point is that it's time to go meet. So, don't know much about where he lives except that it's in the future, like Roxy minus chess guys. You zap over to what should almost definitely be the perfect distance from his door. There's a moment where you're weightless, suspended in midair like the cartoon Coyote Man, whose name you cannot remember because suddenly you're plummeting downward and all it takes your attention. From what you can see in flashes as you spin head over heels, the thing you're rapidly approaching is the ocean. Before you can achieve a game fucking over, but before you can even begin again, you stall yourself with a zap in and out of reality, appearing just a few inches above the water, and you land with a delightful splash. Now, with the immense threat of death has passed, you look up, metal rising from the water in a towering scaffold. Dirk must live in the building up there. Ah, damn it. You haul yourself onto the janky platform at the corner of the scaffolding, a few above water rungs upward, and you get your shit together. It's not much to look at. You probably wouldn't even be able to spot it from a distance, but it'll do. In a minute, you can pop back up to the top floor, but you should wring yourself out first. There's a chair, which is weird if you sit in it. That was a slick fucking trick. Not the stealing sit bit, though I do respect your presumptuous ass placement choices. I mean, the entrance, nice save. You wheel around, but there's no one there. Aside from the endless ocean, the only shit in sight is the stuff on the platform, which, now that you're considering, kind of reminds you of one of those outdoor man caves you sometimes see at rich people's houses. The kind where you don't know enough about electricity to get why rain just doesn't fuck the whole thing up. Except instead, like a girl on TV, and an ashtray with a cigarette on it, there's a few screens, a keyboard, a turnabout speaker, and a couple of hoverboard-looking things, and some complicated aquatic equipment. Both situations contain a mini fridge. Dirk, you say his name, and hope she shows up. Afterw, really thought you weren't going to be bamboozled by another fake-out meeting, but who the fuck knows? Maybe this guy's a ghost? Oh, that's stupid. One and only. Where is he? There's no need to get so freaked out about it. I'm just talking through the speakers. Or more accurately, I'm just sending data through a text-to-speech converter, which is playing through the speakers. This isn't a function I've had occasion to test off, so this is genuinely thrilling. Thank you for trying and failing so miserably to break and enter in pursuit of friendship or whatever you're doing. You do your best. Is there a place you want to meet maybe, so y'all could talk in a meet space? That's not exactly my forte. Let's just keep chatting like this for a bit, bro to bro. You can use the computer if the power of my voice is getting to be too much. It almost is for me. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm yawning, if I'm being honest here. From above, there's a metallic whirling sound. Ah, shit, Daddy's home. You look up and Dirk is rappelling down the scaffolding at alarming speed. Hey, that's my boy. Dirk is set up so we might as well wrap this shit up. Dirk swings in, landing with both feet on the platform. He strains up and stares at you. Chin up. Well, you think he's staring at you, he's wearing shades, which is expected. Been real? No way? Won't be far. Never am. Neither Dirk's hands nor his mouth are moving, but his voice is still playing over the speakers. Your smile is nervous and probably too full of teeth. What's going on? You're the friendable alien that I've heard about. Oh right, yeah, because he made an AI of his glasses, and that. Thought for a minute you already ate it, but I see you're pan that shit. I'm not impressed. He says it's the regular way with his mouth. It should put you at ease, but it's not. Does he not remember talking about that already? Because the red text is his glasses AI, while the orange is his. You tell him it's nice to talk face to face since you thought he didn't want to a minute ago when you first met. Oh, that was me. You thought... Wait, what? It wasn't? No, we just met a divergently evolved copy of my 13-year-old brain. The use of the speaker system is new, but it makes sense he'd use his game for interfacing with relationships. I'm busy forging a beauty. I guess I should go ahead and be proud of him for it. Yeah, I remember, at least in Homestuck, each of the teens, well, these 4 sets of teens were 16, the original 4 were 13, and the trolls were roughly the equivalent of 13, but then again, these people could be aged up to 18, who knows? Oh damn, okay, guess you have no reason to believe that's not possible since he's busy forging. Isn't it that your whole thing? I was under the impression that you were here to befriend me. My friends haven't exactly kept quiet about you, I just figured you're saving the best for last. Oh no, that's right. That's your thing, you just thought he might be more of a challenge. Wait, are you friendship negging him right now? Is that happening? How did it come to this? Wait, hold on, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Oh, is he flustered? Okay, then never mind. Yes, it's working, might as well roll it. Don't half-ass this one just because I know the gig. I still expect you to friend woo the shit out of me. Blitz the fuck out of my friendship chakra till I see the universe heart through your tassel and what have you. Buddy, you've been around the friendship block a time or two. He has no reason to worry. You have full confidence in your ability to show him the friendship time of his life. Oh, I'm ready. I have a list of my deepest secrets ready to unload on me right here, right now. You think you can take it? It's something. He sure is taking a big game of preparedness, but you're not sure how true it all is. Every line of muscle in his body is held in excruciating plasticity. You've never seen a jaw so purposefully unclenched. It's almost like he's begging you to call him on it. You do not call him on it. You're not sure how he'd get the idea that you could half-ass this of all things. You'll just have to prove it to him with your deeds. It's like that. It just seems like that might be his love language. With that in mind, you hold out a fist out for him to bump. He stabs the universal sign of brohood. So across the... I have no idea how to pronounce that. Across all of space-time. You would be honored to give him his fist. The corner of his mouth twitches. Not quite a smile. Yay, the bro fist. What kind of have to be to refuse you? You do the thing. If he's not having a moment about having touched another person for the first time, he isn't showing it. Which is fine. Each at their own pace, right? So right now, we got that handled. What's next on the agenda? Do we leap straight into the heartfelt Q&A? Are we gonna do an activity first? It's definitely an interesting question. And what should you do next? Now you just see your friends giving you the third degree about the process, so you're a little out of step. You can't tell if he's genuinely curious or if he knows he's unbalancing you. Either way, it's intense. Look around for inspiration. Grilling? Nah, you're not a couple of dads. Oh, the high tech of scuba gear could be cool. The single choice is pretty quick seconds. I'm not sure you have the muscle to hold that up, no offense. I didn't have the literal stick figure proportions in mind when I designed this. It's built for looks more than weight efficiency, so I don't think you would last long in it. Not missing much though, it's not particularly thrilling down there anyway. Oh, phew, good boy. You can totally see yourself sinking like a stone, flailing your arms in vain, attempting to try to look cool while swimming, clawing at the metal clasp to free yourself. Zapping at the last resort by misjudging the distance due to the distracting water in your mouth. All going black as you wonder why you didn't learn better when you hung out with Swiftly. Damn, that was a pretty weird detailed thought trail. Weird. Anyways, you could just hang out at his place instead. Option, works for me. Yeah. Put my water down. Yeah. You hold out your hand to zap him alongside you, but he doesn't take it. I'll meet you there. His inflection tilts up at the end, a sound shaped like a half question. He wants you to construe the meaning of yourself. What's the alternative? You piggyback right as he climbs. He shrugs. Yes, if you're up for it. I typically rock a board up, but a grueling climb is a good way to get as any to kill a morning, so either way. Consider your options. As much as you want to see if he was actually has it in him to beast you up an entire tower, rockboarding sounds infinitely more fun. You tell him as much. Hop on then. Hey! He kicks it into place and fires it up, offering you his hand. You don't have anything but to lose but another life, so you take it. Ah, this is so cool. Steadily, but fast enough, so you have to cling onto his shirt for safety, but fly upwards. He circles the tower a few times. No hurry to make it to the top. That or he's showing off. You don't that's it, but you're still working it out. The confidence in his way his body moves now, the subtle shifts in his weight to steer the machine. All feels genuine, like this is a much more comfortable thing for him than the conversation was. The wind whips your face, the sea in every direction. You land on top of the tower and he waits for you to hop down before doing the same. Yeah, sweet home. Hope you're prepared for just how homely this shit is. To you, I had nothing but time to flex my massive decor muscles. Very nice home. You follow him inside into his room like you have with everyone else. It's full of his shit like everyone else's was. And like everyone else, he leans against his workbench, calm and collected, and clearly with the fiber of if it's weird how you can tell that about him since it seems like he's putting on a lot of effort into the facade. I'm not sure if he's unpracticed at having an audience or he's just good at reading people by now. Maybe it's his shades that are messing with you. They're nothing new after Dave, but with Dirk it's almost like he would be less without them. You try and focus on the decor as he clearly wants you to. What we do got going on. Okay, there are a theme of puppets, horses, robots, and musical equipment. It's got the post-ironic whimsy of Dave's style, which you figure makes sense considering this universe's Dave had a hand in stocking it, both a dash of Equus's unabashed taste. It's a bit of a surprise, but sure. Martha Stewart would fall to her knees weeping at the defeat he would tell him. They destroyed by the Feng Shui in my cinder block basement. She would retire on the spot, you say. And why? The more you play off his jokes, the more he seems to loosen up for real, so you continue. Much better than a scuba diving trip already. But sounder anyways. Ruins of the 21st century civilization, mostly. Oh shit, yeah, boring as hell. He pauses and tilts his head, considering. I wouldn't call him boring necessarily. It's more that I find it cosmically frustrating to swim in literally any radical line and find nothing but the wasted leftovers of a dead city. Aside from being dependent on it for a source of food, the ocean mostly functions for me as suffocating and inescapable natural barrier between me and the rest of human history. It's a constant lapping reminder of my situation, so I'm not up in hype to pile up the decabars on. Not sure how well my deep personal beef with the imagery of the sea will land for you, but there it is. I think it might not be so offensive to me were the metaphor less blatant. It's embarrassing. Anyway, there's the first of my layers off. Feels fresh. Let's keep going. What else you got? It's a little unsettling how direct he's being about the friendship building process, but it's not like you haven't been categorically pushy to achieve that title with literally everyone you have memory of having met, so fair game. Yeah, sure, you can come up with some things you've been curious about. If he's ready to dive in the deep end, and if you'll forgive the continued aquatic figurative language, the love of a quadrangle, the questionable settings of the robotic gift choice would be paramount. The differences of opinion on playing the game. He seems to be enjoying the theatrical of the friendship metagaming dance you're doing, so you amp it up for him. Clasp your hands behind your back and pace the room as you monologue, pausing for effect when the impulse strikes you. As you talk, you consider which would be the right issue to end on, to really zing him into the opening up. Maybe his feelings about the games versus Dave, or just for fun. Maybe where the Hirsch shtick comes from. Depending on what you choose, you... Well, as I am to interrupt this Ace Attorney monologue, I wouldn't touch that. Oh yeah, you look down at where you're about to dramatically place your hand, and there's gotta be a damn sword there. Haphazardly stored in the hands of some fucking dead-eyed puppet. Again, your brain careens down a fleeting pathway. Accidental pressure, a clean slice of blood, a lot of bitterness. Leave the katanas for the big boys. Though, if you want to touch a weapon, holy shit, do I have an idea. He scoots by and reaches into the center of the room, coming up by holding a really shitty blue sword. Sword is loose to him, though, and honestly, holding is too. An object is shitty, you can barely focus on it, and it's sort of clipping through his hands. He holds it out for you to best he can. The name of the succulent convergence of science and horseshit, I need to see what happens when you touch this thing. You reach out and take it from his hands. It steadies under your grasp. Dirk hops up onto his workbench to sit and observe, and you slice through the air a time or two. Oh no, it's glitching. That was weird. Absolute goddamn incredible. Something about your narrative, lamency, and rudimentary form must allow you to hear this piece of shit artifact. I hear it from my bro. The implication of this are likely jack fucking nothing, but it's so easily the best thing I've ever seen. He's leaning forward, laughing, dimples carved into his freckled cheeks. There's a small twist in your heart about it, and you can't place why. Really just able to hold that fucking thing. He clears his throat and settles down, adjusting his glasses. Thanks for that. Anyways, where were we? Alright, you're attempting to locate my weak point. Good, that is very much true. Do you want to keep adding to the list, or zero in one option? So far, the short answers are a quartet of teams with not a lot of choices. What do you expect? Call up my autoresponder if you want to hash that all. The control. So it was. Yeah, so it was. Yeah, so it was basically. Yeah, so it was. The glove, quadrilateral, the game, and what was the last one? Universe of Dave and the horse stick. So quadrilateral, Dave, the game, then Dave, and then the horses. Outminder 74, I'm gonna hash that one out, it's all under control. Guess it's all boils down to the general topic, really, his friends. That's where this whole thing always ends up. Anyway, right? Especially with, since you're his pathway to being able to hang out with them. Dirk just shrugs. Huh, you thought he'd be the stronger option have a stronger opinion about that one. Does he want to hang out with his friends? Does he want to finally meet Jake? He winkles his face like you shoved a lemon in his mouth. Come on, dude, you can't just spirit my way to the person I want to see most right off the bat. At least make me try and earn it first. Just this way, the light in the room bounces off a choppy mirror of the ocean and spread against his back. Does he have to earn it? You mean, doesn't he think it's been hard enough already? His laugh this time is hollow. Is there a cap on that? Not sure, but your whole existence is a series of cheat codes, so what else does he expect from you? You have to sort out around a few times to prove your point, but it kinda makes you dizzy to watch, so you put it back in the corner. And anyway, you'll know he'll cave at some point. How else is he gonna get off to see them now that the game's off? He shrugs again. What? He does know that they're not playing anymore, right? Like, they're not even talking about a larger operation to shut the whole thing down for everyone on the planet. I know they think that's what's happening, but I'm not worried about it. They'll all play when the time comes. How in the world does he know that? Last time you checked with any of them, they all moved on. I haven't gone around to convincing them yet. Good that you spend a lot of time with them, but they're my friends too. I think I know what they'll do. It's dismissiveness is raising your art to raise hackles. That's not really the point, though, you say. Won't trying to get back on board just amp up the conflict in his friend group? And more importantly, why bother trying to make the choices for them? He doesn't even need the game anymore. You can just take him to see them. He can skip the mechanics and just be like, hang out with his friends without having to do anyone. It's easy. The slight tightening of his eyebrows is the only thing that shows his frustration. The rest of him is still. The vowels in his drawls are slick and sharp. Black ice on a curved country road. It's not that simple. Do you think I don't want to see him? Do you think I would tear off a single page of my sweet bro and hello Jeff PM quote a day calendar without thinking about that? There's a lot of cards and a lot of hands here, which I'm not sure you're truly appreciating the importance of. I can't just fold mine and hope your shit works out instead. Things are in motion. Things have been in motion since before I was born. You can't just stop them without massive fallout. Yeah, you're not saying you know all the answers, just that you know some of them, and you feel like he could just trust you a little bit. He looks at you like you slapped him. Trust you? No? Oh yeah? Weak puff rallies his mouth as he shakes his head. This entire morning has been an exercise in trust. Dirk is still for a minute. He's probably still staring at you behind those shades. When he speaks again, his voice is steady, but the room is heavy with every ounce of tension he's suppressing. What what are the parameters of vulnerability that will count if the ones I'm extending don't? You're just freewheeling there, but you guess you've gotta come up with something concrete from. Okay, how's this? He does all this dangerous scuba diving and sword fighting and rocket boarding shit that could go sideways at any moment, but he wouldn't even let you zap him. There's an example. Okay, yes, that's true. I want to be the only one in charge of endangering my own life. You got me. But trust isn't only meaningful if it's given completely, or in the terms of physical safety. I've been preparing myself for this, for you, ever since I heard you were making the rounds. I was ready to... He trails off, shaking his head. So wordlessness seems to frustrate him more than anything he said. He seems really unpracticed at getting riled up, and you wonder how often someone pushes his buttons like this. You're not really sure how the two of you got to this point. Argumentative isn't your main mode either. You can just tell he pushed too far. Never mind. Here. He hops off his workbench, rolls shoulders, and grabs you a hand. Do it. You're not a square, you just pick somewhere close by, but scary enough for his thrill seeker has to feel like it was worth the effort. There, up at the top of the tower on Dirk's roof is calmer than you would have thought it would have been. He drops your hand and steps back, leaning against the landing. That's it. See? Sometimes you try and you should. Trusting people with your well-being, fine. Sometimes all you need is a friend to prove that they have your back. Dirk scrunches up his face like you're embarrassing him. He's in, yeah. You mean, but the word speaking, it seems like what just happened solid with that. Okay, yeah, I get it, thanks. He's smiling so you don't push into it. Thank you, but you do wonder, after a minute looking over the ocean with him. It's a time to scoot things along. You weren't in a hurry, really, but you were getting somewhere before, even if it was a little uncomfortable. He's trying. Maybe harder than anyone's actually actively tried to friend you. The fact that you think there's still some sort of fun... You think that the fact that you think that it is so funny to you. But maybe Dirk isn't this transparent to everyone. Maybe it's just that you and your non-stop thirst to know people. How much has this boy wanted to be known? You remember your earlier skepticism about him and laugh to yourself. You haven't had to make yourself try to like. You just do. Weird uptight shit and everything. There's a lot of Dirk going on in there, but you're ready to try and understand him more. It's what you do. So, do what you do and press on. Let's try one more time to convince him to drop the idea. Holy shit, this is excruciating. I keep thinking if I ignore this bullshit, it'll all sort itself out, but Christ, I don't need to see this. You've never been interrupted by someone else. That we're having a chill bro moment until you just now. No clue what you're talking about. Oh, so Dirk is the one controlling this. I can't believe I was ever this pathetic. Dirk, you had all day, every day to do nothing but get swollen both body and mind, and this is how you spent your time? Looking wistfully at the sky? Okay, this is weird. No wonder you're out here falling for this French mid-week. I got what? Once again, you find yourself looking around for a Dirk who's nowhere to be found. Regular Dirk, who you were finally getting somewhere with, is looking at you like you lost your last marble. Dirk didn't really hear that? Sounds like him, just like... No, dude, are you okay? Fine, if your meager brain needs me to assume corporeal form in order to process this, I'll do it. Your eyes. Okay, so yeah, that style was in the style of Homestuck. Holy shit. Holy shit. Sup, Dirk? I'll get to you in a minute. I have to deal with this little meddler first. This is Dirk from a different timeline? He turns to you and you step backward, or some of the future. Okay, yeah, no, this is Dirk from this timeline. They're the same person. Because remember from the original Homestuck, he was the hero of the hearts, which had multiple copies. He turns to you and you step back reflectively. Your eyes flicker to your Dirk, who is staring mouth slack at his older self. Let you twist around for far too long. It's clear to myself, which is important. I have to be on my plate, beginning of species from scratch. Jason's trapped. But so I let this go on, freaking the truck up and dying for real, but you keep coming back and it's getting out of hand. So fuck this. So the plan is this: let my man Dirk do his thing, you fuck off and let people live their arcs. I clean up your mess and then get back to being God. Well, this timeline continues on as it's supposed to. Jesus. Alternate timelines and multiple selves aren't anything particularly new to you think, but you still don't know what's going on. So far, up his ass here. No, we're not good. We're in the middle of something. Sick pride of friendship you can catch up with, but not by yourself. You don't know what kind of stuff you hold, producing something. But that isn't your purview. This is. He's the only one interrupting you. God, I can't walk like this. You have to understand the scale we're working with. He flicks you upside the temple, and you feel instantly like your brains got strapped to the nose of a rocket ship on the liftoff. Yeah, so this is the original Homestuck. You see a young man standing in his bedroom. Wait, you know him. Yeah, this is all the stuff that happened in Homestuck if you read through it. Your eyes roll back in your head and you feel his story rush back into you, panel by panel, page by page. Some of it you remember from when you were trapped in Duck Scratcher's apartment, and other stuff is newer, raw and sweet and sickening. Honks and claws and gloves and froth together in a sympathetic transmutation of an unruly cultured sea of gas that jolts through you like light, blasting down your cerebral cortex and out through your clutch. When it's done, you collapse to the floor. Oh fuck, you remember it. You remember Homestuck. It's also fresh too. So many of your friends dead. Some of them, and then once, shit, Dirk. You open your eyes and Dirk is standing over you, his hand on your shoulder. Good, you're alive. You're starting to freak me out. Almost as much as dreaded and enrage me over this, freaking me out. But let's just get this all over, one step at a time. Anyways, now that you're up, what just happened? Picture me as being real cryptic dick while you're conked out. The virtue, Dirk. I had to get out our time traveling buddy informed first so they can make a right call. Shit, okay, you don't know where to begin. You looked at Dirk's face, not even trying to hide a concern for you. And holy shit, you care about him. You cared about him before you knew every tiny fucked up detail about his life, but now with a mind of where his stories keep leaning smugly against the railing, you find you still do. His intentions pushy and profoundly complicated, and right now he's helping you to your feet, his hands steady and firm on your practice and find your balance. You look back and forth between the two of them, trying to organize your thoughts as Dirk waits for you to respond. This isn't as simple as evil dog and good one. If you learned anything from your travels, is that everyone has a capability for hurt inside them, and everyone has a capability for love, like an Undertale. It's just a matter of proportion, of choice, and circumstance of time, and if you're being fair, of interpretation too. Part of you want to grab Dirk in the morning, to run, to save him from the trajectory he's on, but then, if you claim that level of control, are you really any better than the ultimate Dirk is himself? Who the fuck are you to make these choices for other people? What gives you the right to wrench a cannon from the people it belongs to, the people it is about? Why does it always come back to you, making the fucking choice? Go ahead and answer him. I'll correct you if you get anything wrong, don't worry. Oh, you bet you fucking know, you say. No, that's there. You pause the internal debate, take a deep breath, and explain things to your friend. This is Mega Dirk, the combo of all the symbols of Dirk, fragmenting his flesh container and not holding on to his shit, kneeling as well as he likes to pretend. Ultimate Dirk hits. Wish. You ignore him and excuse me. Ignore him and continue explaining. Ultimate Dirk has done a lot of heinous shit to the people he used to care about, to the people Dirk cares about. and he just brainbusts you with memories you used to have, among other things. Everything that will ever happen to Dirk and to his friends and in the future, all in order to convince you to keep everything on that path. He wants the same thing for Dirk, just finish arguing with you about wanting a future where they play the game. Dirk is so stuck, staring it out from legit. Keep going, telling him you know it might be far-fetched on his vantage point, but this is a path he goes down. Dirk finally speaks. Well, I can see it. I mean, if anyone was going to pull an I'm you but stronger, it would be all of me combined. Exactly. So now we should be all on the same page. Vis-a-vis what we need all to do. It starts with the foot going back to wherever they came from, and the rest of us going to our regularly scheduled program. God, you can't even look at this guy. You think as he... God, you can't even look at this guy, you think, as you look at him. He's so smug, trapped so far down the path he's playing for himself that he can't even entertain the idea that he'd be wrong with that without it tearing him apart. The more you look at him, the more you can't stand him. Hints of hard-ass bastard betraying everything he made. They got all the stuff you worried about before. How can you let yourself be convinced he's right? The allegiance is not to the story, but to the people within it, no matter what. Do you have a plan for how to protect your friends minutes of candy? No. Do you give a single sting fuck? Also no. You know he could end you immediately, but you feel free by the number of times you die. He's not fear him. It's not your concern. Turn to Dirk. You say you're sorry. You're sorry, you say, but fuck this guy. Don't listen to him. Everything you just remembered, all the stuff he is using to prove his point, and he makes you even more sure of what you said before. But Dirk can still be happy without that. Without all of that. He doesn't have to play this game to beat it. Oh, listen to them trying to boss you around like that, Dirk. I'll tell you what you don't do. Don't for a second think I'm too far gone to remember what it's like to be you. Don't pretend you haven't wanted to know what I know, to line every part of yourself until you know it all, feel it all. Don't be afraid to becoming who you need to become. The end always justifies something, Dirk. You know this. Fuck that! Sorry to yell, but you never yell this. You never yelled this much, but fuck that! This bitch can't bear the thought of a time not existing without his influence or even his worldview that everything has to be painful to matter. It's already painful enough. He doesn't have to work overtime to create more pain just so he can feel like he's in control of how much punishment he gets and how badly he deserves it. Because Dirk doesn't deserve it, you say. You look at the one you mean for. He's not looking back at you. He's looking at ultimate Dirk, and there's something about the soft, fallen arch of his eyebrow that just holds up and eats you whole. It's longing like you've never seen in his old life, deep and consuming with a sliver glint of loathing. It's going to drown in if you don't do something. What could you do, you wonder? You care about him, he cares about you to a degree. You know Dirk now, and you know that how he loves, though it is fierce to a definite fault. He does not do it easily. You're not the one who can get through to him. He hasn't known you long enough, but you can be a bridge. What do you mean? Fine if you want to test our grouping. Throw a couple friends at the wall and see what sticks. That doesn't sit right with you right now, though. It's messy, and you know Dirk would hate having his feelings experimented on like that. Even after all this, you find yourself not wanting to do that to him. Think fuck for your side ability to animate monologue to yourself in your head without time passing too quickly. Because you really need to think this one through. You have to pick one single person to help convince him he doesn't get what ultimate Dirk is offering. Jake, God no, not right now. Be eaten alive by ultimate Dirk. You can't do that to him. He's your friend too. Maybe a wild card, someone Dirk doesn't know but give him a necklace? He's like Dirk if Dirk likes to get bossed around, so they might get along great. Though, you might need someone who can tell Dirk what to do in this moment, so again, maybe not. You just hedge your bets. You can't hedge your bets and bring everyone, because that would just overwhelm, and plus there's no budget or time for that. The answer punches you hard in the chest, and you're about to sneak away to find them when ultimate Dirk beats up. That was a touching rant you just gave. Very compelling. You know what? Fine. Do what you do best and choose. Steal him away into obscurity or leave to take us. Oh, right, yeah, because heart powers. Oh, no word. In fact, as a show of trust in my younger splinter, I'll even fuck up myself until go time. Or on the 1 in a million chance you actually do get him to go with you, there's no way he's going to be good ends. You'll not only regret it. Get a second guess at if he was the right thing to do every day. This life until he realizes what a classic existence he's leading, but by then it'll be too late. Be worse. He vanishes. There's a jolt and he's gone. And there's a speed of silence where you try to work out how to act normal, now that you know what you know, but thankfully he speaks first. Are all of your hangups this fucking wired, or did you really pull out the stop to me? Well, you were about to pull out another when Ultimate Dirk just blasted off like that. It's not too late though, if you would agree to at least hear your routes. Well then, by all means, continue pulling. That's where the shit takes us. He'll be right back, you tell him. I'll be right here. Just chilling and contemplating existence and my place in it, no worries. This zap, the zap this time is even more disorienting than Sideways Universe zaps. You know why though, since you know everything. You're not sure you're supposed to be here, but Ultimate Dirk already accused you of fucking shit up, so why not fuck up shit a little harder? When you want to go pick up this person, and specifically this version of this person, the version you made friends with that isn't already the version you made friends with already isn't ready to meet Dirk yet, probably, but thanks to your recent mind freak, you might remember that this one, having lost his Dirk, might be a little bit more interested. Oh hey, this is not sure if this is, I'm guessing this is this timeline's brother. Whoa, who the fuck are you? Okay, and that answers that question. Guess you fucked things up to the point that the candy timeline is not the same as the one you're making friends with him before. This is probably the stuff Ultimate Dirk is so bent out of shape for fixing. Well, it is what it is. You didn't have time to come up with the elevator pitch, but you work past that full power to empathy you were planning, so here you go. Hey, you tell him. Sorry to intrude, but I have a pretty big favor to ask of him. He doesn't know you, but you know an alternate version of him that lives outside canon. You've met, and you went to Olive Garden and made friends with, and yeah, so this is Dave. He promised you would legit. Bro, you said Olive Garden got me. That's like a magic word to get me to trust you implicitly. Don't spread that around, though. Also, you look like someone ironed the mayor, so that's like a million more points in your favor. And I'm doing dick else. That's useful all day. Or any day to be with you. So it's a favor. Oh, phew, great. The favor is that you need to borrow him for like a quick minute so you can help have a conversation with your universe's Dirk. At the sound of Dirk's name, he goes still. See, Dirk's convinced he needs to take advice of yet another universe's way shittier Dirk and retcon your whole friendships mission so that they can go off and make canon happen, which ends pretty badly for a lot of people, your friends involved. And you know that you really want him just to side with you and let everyone chill and hang out with him and live their lives, and you're not sure all the details about how it work yet, but the point is that Dirk, I'm in. Great, sick, yes, okay. You take his hand and off you go. When you pop back in, Dirk is standing how he was when you first met him, casually braced for emotionally fatal impact. There's a moment where Dirk and Dave just stare at each other down, like neither of them are fully ready to register the reality of each other. You really fucking hope this works because it's your hair mailing. Sup? Holy fuck, man, I didn't think involving the name of Olive Garden would have this much effort, but here the fuck we are. I mean, sup? Yeah, sup. Oh, hug moment. Hug moment. Dave pulls into a short, back-thumping bro hug, which Dirk weathers like a wet cat not trusting a towel to dry him off. So... We've already had a version of this first meeting convo, and we use it like a lightning round conversation mechanism to get shit poppin'. But I get a feeling we don't have time for all that right now, so I'll skip a few steps for you. Milo, meet your friends here. Says you got options. Well, I seem to think I do, but I'm not convinced. You have opinions about it? This is definitely coming up. Sure do. I mean, I'll do anything Slowpad suggested after what they did for me, but like, what's even the situation? They don't want you to play Suburb or some other you does? There's a little more to it than that, but yeah, those are just watch him chat. This is good, you think? Good, but no, you're not sure it's enough. You think Dirk's your friend now, but the more you think about it, the weirder the word feels in your brain. Friendship means something different to everyone in it. Safety, fun, wake-up call, person to talk to. You hope that for at least some of them, you help them see what it is lovable inside themselves. Look at Dirk and wonder if he's one of those. He's being so polite to Dave. He must be afraid. Does Dirk even believe others can, of their own volition, love him? Put him back in. Man, if you want to talk about canon, you should have asked your bro here to get like anybody else to come along. That shit's not my forte, but it seems to me that it's not some immutable passion of narrative sanctity. It's just some shit some assholes said and did and some choices they made. Hey, well, if I don't follow the plan, beat the game, and get to where you are now, how do I know my choices will still matter? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. You're not on my timeline anymore because of a choice you made a while back, so my mileage might vary a bit. Dirk shifts backward. Wish you'd look more surprised about it. Oh. Yeah. Timeline or anything. Just getting to talk to you is worth it, so no. Do what you gotta do, but like, coming from me, guy could have done some stuff differently himself. He's trying, trust your friend. I know you don't like believing this stuff, but maybe listen to people who like you for you, because they mean it. I'm just rambling now, I guess. If I had one thing to say, it would just be, it's okay not to have all the answers. Yeah, that's what I'll tell you. Dirk nods. So, I'm processing through nods a lot. But I also cannot go any farther in this conversation without telling you that our little friend here is liminal enough to actually be able to hold the sword. Whoa, holy fuck, yo, what? Oh, Dave, huh? Okay, bringing fucking guns to a knife fight. Here. I didn't expect this level of underhanded maneuvering from you, but I'll respect the play. Doesn't matter anyways. I've come back with my own sheets. Sorry for the delay. I have to deal with some shit on my end. New plan. Forget us all going our separate ways to fix shit. Dave, Dirk, you're coming with me. Friend has right about one thing. Things don't need to go back the way they were. But for any lame reason like the power of love, I have bigger plans than that. I promise you this lipstick for friend doesn't measure up to all the shit I could show you, will show you. Sure, it might hurt to leave your friends behind at first, and sure, you miss out Drake's cardinal charm, but the emptiness will fade when you realize the true power we have. Ultimate Dirk extends his hand, and his cape billows obnoxiously behind him. Dirk looks at you, then Dave. Shit, you're almost there. We'll have no time left to waste. Close your eyes and will the choice come to you. Stop him, don't stop him. One of those has to work right. You don't feel confident. You look at Dirk, and then it hits you. Ultimate Dirk was madly right. It won't work if there's room for Dirk to regret it. You're not sure either of you would ever be certain of the right choice unless you let Dirk choose for himself. No more telling him what to do. No more telling anyone what to do. When you feel the choice pricking at you, you turn it outward. You flip the power in your belly inside out and give the weight up. For a moment to him. Wait to see what Dirk does with the wearing to him. Save. So this is Dirk's choice. He manifests in his brain and in yours, and your stomach plunges. It feels rigged from the start. There's no way Dirk will choose you and Dave when he's gone and frame it like that. God damn it. It's too late to change anything about yourself. Wait for Dirk to choose. So trust them. I'm assuming them is Dave and the mysterious person. Trust yourself is, I'm assuming. God, trust myself. Dirk turns to you, apology already on his face. Oh no, you can't tell where this is going. You hate it. It's not you, it's me. Levity helpful? Probably not, but I'm doing my best. It's not that I haven't Been a good time. I didn't expect to achieve this level of metal textural mindfreak during our hangout, but I really enjoyed it. This is the day I would not have thought was possible. He stops to hold his fist out to Dave, who, after a pause, bumps it with his own. He must know, too, that turns away. Everything Dirk is saying feels forced to you, like he's still trying to convince himself as much as it is you, so you know you lost. I have to thank you for it. I've gone too far to consider you as my friend, even. If you frame your relative success or failure on having formed a friendship, you can call this a good end. But he trails off, turning to walk toward Ultimate Dirk. As much fun as this was, this is me we're talking about here. There's no context. I have to know. There's always going to be you and me, Dirk. The two of them stand side by side, twin smirks on their faces. Dirk is almost believable. Goodbye. Onto yourself, a lunchball and tall tower on a single apartment in the middle of the sea. Your brain disconnects from the sound of the conversation of Ultimate Dirk, likely victory monologue, the static of your exit. You cry into your shitty little stick hand because you feel you fucking have this one, and somehow it feels weightier than the loss of one of your friends. You feel like something bigger and more beautiful than you've gotten possible at your fingertips, and now it's gone. Come back to reality at the warmth of Dave's hand on your shoulder as he crouches down next to you. His voice is thick with tears. You didn't even help him through crying. Hey bro, I'm sorry. Don't know how much longer I can chill you, like emotionally. You take me home? Abandoned at sea. Give it the digress and talk about something else, I guess? Yeah, so this is exactly the same. Bring Dave, obviously. And then, so this choice is obviously the same. So I'm gonna trust them. Sorry, man. Your heart drops and then you see he's looking at. I guess you can call this one a bad end, yeah? Luckily for you, there's almost definitely another me that can't wait to sail the 7 seas of a story with you or some shit. He licks his lips and raises his chin, braced for ultimate Dirks to challenge his call. I assume with your huge fucking brain you can see that happening as you speak, yeah? No need to be sore loser now. Be good to that muley, you treat him right. As right as he wants it to me too, I promise. No, I did say when a millie nods, so statistically, you have to wash out at least once. It's fucking gross to experience. Good thing it'll get totally assimilated into the other versions of this conversation. Not really the hard time to play the actually it's usually just binary card. Don't want to contemplate that particular issue for him, so you let it lie. You step forward, shoulder brushing Dirk's. Don't gloat, it's gosh. Enjoy a moment of irrelevance before this one goes down the drain. I love the fade away, it's so cool. Yes, hell yes. Stop your celebration when you notice Dirk is a little shaky. Holy shit, what did I just do? The future you have in works better be fucking good, my dude. Are you kidding me? They got it on lock. Oh, he knows it. You don't tell him you don't know every single detail yet, but you understand yourself now. You don't work out when you need to, you always do. It's okay, you think. If Dirk's a little afraid, it comes off of the territory when you let people in, and he'll have even more practice with that as soon as you can zap up some more company. It won't be smooth sailing, though, you warn him. As long as you move past the sailing metaphor, you can jack up as high as you like. Oh, you're anti-ocean here. Oh yeah, extremely. Fuck what, am I right? Dirk turns his head slightly, and you know he's looking at you. He smiles, and you know he gets it. It's not about this being the real timeline or the fake one, the hard one or the easy one. It's about being his if he wants it. But you realize, as you watch him turn his back to laugh along with Dave, he does. Victory. Oh. Okay. So there's the dialogue and stuff, and different coding and stuff, which I wonder what's specifically. This kinda looks like C++ coding wise. Honestly, I wish I knew off the top of my head. Because it's like, it's either C++ or Java, and I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, because it's like show Dirk laugh, that shows a specific image of that's stored. then obviously that you realize that if you watch him, it's a specific thing. The achievement grant is the specific thing we get in the archives. Achievement sync is just to make sure that it's up to date. The scene black with resolve is just the screen turning to black before going back to the main screen. Play music victory jingle, fade out no loop. Is like the music change. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what like some of the like obviously show game over is the game over screen. Don't know what the oh wait, so I'm guessing the show ultimate slicing G-order is what's happening right now. Because yeah, the air between you and which is this part. And then the next line, I'm guessing you will see him. The air between you and the because yeah, like and it ends in it right here. So the air between you and the two of them opens up like a wound in the universe, and you feel yourself being pulled towards it. Just, yeah, him italicized in there too. That fucking bastard. As Ultimate Dirk pulls you through what you can only conceptualize as tear in the narrative, you turn to look at Dirk and Dave. This is sure to lead some bullshit. You need to confirm that it's still intact. You aren't sure where they're going to next, but you don't want them to worry as the hole starts to reseal itself with them on the other side. Give them a thumbs up. Neither official signs of research, but things are okay. They'll be back. Neither of them are stranger to the either intricacies of Potchnary, and so they return. You did it. You got him a good end. Dirk Sighting is your friend, you think. Did he fall through nothingness? Dave can take it from me. Guess that sword isn't just for show. He really knows how to use it. You go flying out of frame, out of this volume, and straight into the epilogue. Yeah. No, not the epilogue. God. This is impossible. Can't believe you're the main character of this stupid story. He launches you straight into the post-game final chapter. Afterward? Or, wait, afterward? Both of them look. And there I go, scrambling. Anyways, he launches you into the afterward, which seems to be the drifting, grey place between universes. But this time you aren't standing in the corridor. You're hurling through it like a protagonist-shaped missile. This is not going to end well. Sorry, T-posing god person, this isn't really your fault. Actually, that's an A-pose. Common mistake. Just trying to help. You brace yourself for whatever a hellish experience is waiting for you when you hit the event horizon. What? Bounce into the thing. Your whole body aches, not physically, more thematically. Like, you just got bitch slapped straight into the meta-narrative and body back into the beginning. Oh shit, are you literally at the beginning? Did you just forget everything again? Quip, ammo spectrums, trolls, and I don't know how to pronounce that slurry, but crude. The fucking murderers, truth, relevance, and essentially, woo, you remember. So here you are again. I guess it makes sense that Duck Scratch was behind all in the end. Maybe he and the Ultimate Dirk have been working together this whole time. Hey, you round, shiny son of a bitch, show yourself. You receive no response. Plush still around in the corner. The clucker stops. Wait, what? The sound of a struggle drifts deeper into the house. Oh, Bob, stuck here to beat the shit out of Doc Scratch? But you thought that happened at the beginning of this game. Maybe you really have been transported back to square one. But nothing's on fire. Spade Slick sets the place on fire, right? Shit, why do so many things happen in this goddamn comic? There's so many details to remember. That's how I feel. You follow the sound of the ruckus, turning a corner down a long wooded paneled hallway. A door stands open at the end of it, where two people be locked in an intense struggle. Hey, listen, we can talk about this. You edge closer to the corridor. Mirrors on the wall. Excuse me. Mirrors on the walls watch you like eyes. Clearly I haven't made some bad decisions, I'll grant you that. Man currently hanging onto the door jammed for dear life both sounds and looks familiar, but you're actually kind of having a hard time focusing on him. Makes your head swim. Okay, yes, I agree that I need to take a break, but please don't put me there without Wolfhead. It's out for my blood and I don't hold it out for long. The second figure, a woman? Maybe? Appears unmoved by the man's pleas. You have no idea what's going on here, but one thing you do know is that you can't just allow random broads to throw dudes into rooms against their will. Hey, you shot down the corridor. Both the man and the woman turn to look at you. The combined powers of their gaze force you to your knees. Hits you into the same tender place the ultimate Dirk strike had, right in the narrative. The woman takes a chance to shove the man into the room and Sam's door.
Sorry about that. He won't bother us anymore.
The sound of her voice vibrates all the way into your skull. It's her. She's the one who's been doing this to you, who's been stopping you from going back to visit your friends, who's been manipulating you. Distracted. She looks very the dude who made the comic. I'm assuming is a dude anyways.
Oh, come on. I'm not that bad. At least I hope I'm not. By the way, unmute me if you haven't bothered to already. The music in this section rules. Besides, voiceover in RenP is extremely annoying. Did you know you have to save every line as a different .ogg file? I didn't even know what a .ogg file was until our programmer explained it to me.
That's such a mood. Why is that so relatable? Not specifically just the every line voiceover thing, but the fact of like, oh god, I need to have someone explain this to me.
Actually, wow, this is a huge pain in the ass. Let's go back to text only.
That's better. You're falling to pieces. Every part of your body is literally sliding apart and falling into the others. It's like being hit by the house juju. Your corporeal form is not meant for this much meta-narrative bullshit. You just aren't made for it. Come on, you're fine. She pats you on the cheek, and suddenly it's true. You're fine. She made it so. She must be magic. Not quite. Get up, King. You do. Slowly, for some inexplicable reason, you are more scared of her than you've been of Ultimate Dirk, or Duck Scratch, or anyone else. You've been feeling that she might be the real danger here. She laughs. Not a villainish laugh, but it's not exactly a nice one either. I guess that's fair. I'm definitely not a hero. Or maybe I am a hero, and the dude I just shoved into that cupboard with the wolf head is the real villain. Or it's the other way around, and evil is triumphant. You tell her that you don't remember her from the comic you read. Yeah, you wouldn't. Don't worry about it. You can call me the director. You're right, all of this is my fault. All of this? Yeah, I'm the reason you meet your friends, and the reason your memories got wiped. What? Why? Why would you do that? Because I want you to try something, and it wouldn't have worked if you hadn't gone in with an open mind. Could you really have made friends with any of these kids if you had known what they had waiting for them at the end of the line? You snap response in an overwhelming yes, of course you could. You can make friends with anyone, but deep down, that isn't true. Could you have really looked John? Seen him get voided by a video game monster and then lose his virginity in the back of his dad's car before literally dying? Could you have talked to Jade like a normal person if you knew she was going to grow up to be a half-dog goddess? Could you have resisted throwing Rose and Kanye together at the first chance you got? Could you have even handled becoming friends with a Chris and a Patel for free knowing that was coming for them? God, no. Could you... Oh, God. Could you have stood to be in the same room as... Making friends with people when we know how their story ends isn't something we're equipped to do. It's like meeting a celebrity. Try to be normal. Tell the director that you don't think of any of this as very normal. She laughs. Yeah, you're smart. That's why I like you, MSPA reader. What? That's not your name. Your name's... Come on. Leave something for the sequel. The truth is I'm used to you. I'm sorry for that, but I'm also not sorry. Because these kids were born to suffer. That's what they're there for. I know it sounds harsh, but it's true. Wrapped in thick, inky tentacles around them and pulled them into a story without happy endings. But you changed that. You gave them a chance to grow up. Wait, you did that? Do you remember the other story, the real story, the one that ended with everything? You saying all of that didn't happen? No, it happened. It didn't actually happen because none of this is happening. Kratos all the way down, such like. But you made this story, and nobody can take that away from you. Oh my god, shut up. Can't handle this anymore. Dirk looks for the first time, just a little bit worried. She covers it up quickly, however, and regains her placid sense of neutral indifference. Want a real villain? This guy right here. This is so fucking stupid for even all of you. I am aware of that. How dare you to lecture me on audacity? Oh, come on, man. You're not even real. And yet you keep talking to me. Why, you feel like you shouldn't be here for this. Possibly? You always feel kind of awkward when authority figures fight. I'm not here for her, I'm here for you. We weren't done talking. Then why did you cut the damn UI in half? I got a little overzealous. It happens. Sorry about that, by the way. You shrug. Whatever. You and Boris, still, you don't feel very well disposed this guy at this point, knowing all the garbage he's done and will probably keep doing. Although you aren't sure if the director is any better. I'm much, much better than him.
See? See what I can do? Can Dirk Strider do this? Can he talk with an actual human voice?
Yep, Fox. See? Come on, you're at least a little happy to see me. Stop flexing at me, I have a wife. For a man so devoted to swords, don't you think it's going against your character to have such enormous guns? What? Oh, these? They're not mine, just artifacts of the medium. And I say thanks, but I feel like you get more of it than me. Stop flirting with my audience, you enemy-ass motherfucker. Hey, you're in charge. I won't look like you want me to. I actually let the artists have a lot of nice evasion. Shut the fuck up. Bullshit doesn't even matter. What matters is that he directs his anime gaze back at you. This isn't just about Dirk anymore. You're zapping around and ruining everything. I seriously can't even begin to unravel the utter something shit piley created. You absolutely decimated everyone's character arcs and motivations. Seriously, Adrian got a gender arc? Come on, man. There's actually plenty of seeding for that storyline in the comic proper. Adrian's relationship to femininity is really... Do you realize what you've done here? You completely stolen their destinies from them. You guess you did, but now you got a chance to be actual teenagers and grow up in a world that isn't trying to murder them constantly. Well, Ateria has stopped doing that, but at least they won't be in hostile video game environments. You ruined them. But they're happy. Happy people don't get stories told about them. That isn't true. That can't be true. You look at the director for help. Surely she knows what to say. After all, this has happened on Oroch. She isn't looking at you. She's looking at the ground. She knew what she was saying the whole time. She knew how it would have to shake out. When were you planning to tell them? I was getting there. She knows that the prince knows what he's talking about. Nobody has thought more about the cautious in the narrative flow than he has. Fuck, you shake your head. For a second there, felt like things got a little screwy. Hey! She claps her hands in the ultimate Derek's face. Cut that shit out. Leave them alone. Then stop wasting my time. Oh, this is super screwy. She sighs. Fine. She appears to gather, putting her hands in front of her like she did about to recite a poem. This has been going really interesting experiment. I'm glad we got to do it. I am definitely learning a lot. But, look, I need you to go back and get that beta to John. Because without that, they never play the game, the story never gets told, you never read the story, you never are here. Wait, isn't this just another timeline? A Doom timeline or whatever the fuck? The director shakes her head. Retcon. What you'd be doing here would be turning the Alpha timeline into a Doom timeline. Since the story has technically ended and started again and then ended and started again so many times switching tracks, at this point would corrupt it beyond recognition. You would cause a paradox so catastrophic that it would literally tear the multiverse apart. You mean like the Scratch? Worse than the Scratch, this would be the blackout, utter ruin. But wait, you had already threw the beta in the goddamn sewer. Shouldn't this have already happened, this utter ruin? No, because you still have the power to go back and change it. If you decide not to act, then we have to worry. Look back and forth between Ultimate Dirk and the director, trying to find a way out. some indication that they're fucking with you. They don't seem to be like each other very much, but they appear to be joined in this instance of this utter ruin bullshit that's going to happen unless you betray friends, unraveling everything you did here. What was the point of doing any of this if you are always going to lose it all in the end? The director shrugs. What's the point of doing anything? What's the point of living if we know it's just going to end in death? If we open a book, if we'll know how to close it. Yeah, that's what you're asking. You just don't want more questions, God. I'm sorry. I don't have any answers for you. Just an option screen. I'm going to save. So obviously that's done, and that one's done, but I'm going to save here. I'm not going to betray them. Oh, and it closes. So I'm going to quickly end this here and then cut back to where I get back to that choice. So, be right back to you in a second. Hey guys, and we're back with the betraying your friends or don't. So, obviously you just saw me doing the don't, where it immediately closes. But now we're going back to the betray your friends. Fine. You know what? Fuck both of you. You do it, but also fuck you. That's fair. Thanks for being reasonable. Get out of my video game. I don't think I will. I'm gonna stick around and watch everything get flushed down the toilet off. Bad spin-off. The director takes a step for him. They aren't fighting exactly, but they're doing something. You have the distinct impression of two people fighting over a pen or elbowing each other out of the way in order to type at a keyboard. You are feeling a little dizzy again. Andrew Hussey would never do this to me. The director takes a long, tired breath. Sorry about that. Where were you? You turn away from her. You don't want to talk with her anymore. You just want to get this over with. I get that. I'll let you be alone. I'm sorry, kid. The director fades slowly until like she was never there at all. The horror, the pit of ice that was opened in your belly, that's still there and never go away. Design all of your friends to be a hero's journey full of what happened to you? Really just vanish? What iteration of you that's created for the story just cease to be? When your book closes, what will you do? Zap. The mailbox is here. It's all full. The little flappy deli is up and everything. With difficulty, you pull the baiter out, scattering the rest of the mail across the yard. Fuck you, bills, coupon books, and get a job. Up in the house, you see a friendly face looking down at you. Take a deep breath. Oh, I can actually choose myself. I'm kinda curious what clicking myself would do. Wait. What are you fucking phone? Who is in charge of the story? Not Ultimate Dirk, not the director, and certainly not the guy who got shoved in the room with Wolfhead. It's you. It's always been you. Why are you just doing this what they've been told you? There has to be a third option. There's always a third option. When the scratch happened, everything should have been erased, except everything was erased, except it wasn't, because someone intervened. She drew all of her friends close to her and kept them safe. She saved them. The first time he tried to bring Jade with you when you teleported, Beck didn't let you, but then later he did. Jade told you that he'd just been acting like a normal dog. Jade told you that God Cat had just been acting like a good little kitty, almost like their powers were gone. You pace in a quick circle, and you hear Dad's car pulling up from behind, and you zap out of there before you can get out again. Zap. You still got a beta clutch in your hands, but you're alone on Dave's roof, underneath a blazing Hudson sun. Nobody's going to bother you up here. There's something that's just teasing you at the edge of your understanding, and if you only could reach it, you need help. You need someone about weird shit. Like a lot clicking in your brain, you understand what you have to do. Zap. Oh, it's you. How's it going? You look a little tired. If she's been watching recently, if she knows what's been done in the neighborhood, she shakes her head. I lost track of you when you hopped universes. I'm about to try and get myself out of canon for good, and it's going to be kind of a pain in the ass. And I've been trying to conserve my energy. Oh, right, you know about that. She raised an eyebrow. Don't worry about that. Actually, you know some lore is all. You might have seen what's going to happen to Adria next. Actually, she doesn't have too much to worry about. She and Sol looks so fine next. They're probably more fine than almost anyone else. It's good to know, I guess. So did you figure out what's going on with your friend situation? Yeah, you tell Andrea what's been going on with your friend situation. Wow. Yeah. And you're going to do it? Going to waste his timeline? Because if you are, then no offense, I might head out Canada a bit early. That's just the thing. You think you might have a plan? Oh? You tell her the plan. I don't know what the plan is. Does she think it'll work? A small, brilliant smile paints sunrise across her face. I have no idea, but I'd love to watch. Zap. The green sun. Oh, hold up. The green sun spreads out below you like a giant radioactive gumball that absolutely wants to tear you into a million greasy pieces, and you can feel it tugging at your organs, twisting up at all the words inside you, making a mess of the themes, dragging with you screaming across the surface. This is the single largest source of raw narrative mass in the multiverse, and it should be killing you. Do you actually need me to do anything? You just sort of wanted her to vibe with you in case you die. You don't want to die alone. That's fair. Hey, if you die, I'll pick up the bones for you. Thanks, Andrea. She smiles. See you on the other side, you say? You're not sure you would be who you're talking to. I guess this is so going to be pretty bad. Zap. It's not bad. It's not pain exactly. When you're inside the green sun, you didn't think you'd have nerves anymore. You're just consciousness floating in the miasma of causation. You're not sure how this is supposed to work. Maybe you should start thinking about your friends like you're on the enemies drawing strength from the power of your social links. You think about John and Rose and your good friend Dave. Fuck, ouch, thinking too much hurts. I'm going to be able to count all on the enemy cliches for this one, I guess. So you don't think about your friends for once. You think about your possibility that is you, protagonist, reader, carrier of the story. Maybe not every story, but this one. You've been erased so many times. You look across the rise and the fall of the story and see how many mistakes you made. All the times you've broken your friend's trust or betrayed them or, hell, even killed them. You reach across all of those yous, your what-ifs, your do-overs. You let the blazing energy overtake you. You open yourself up and everything goes green. You better be on your best, babe. You're Ovna. If this partnership's gonna work out. Forget this guy, Visca. You can do this ourselves. Could you at least give a guy a chance or a spot? A couple. What's that? I'm here, kitty. I'm home. Never tell this cave is far too small for someone with a height as strong as mine. Ounce? Recordus, what's that? Anyways, this is why I don't need corn dogs anymore. What the fuck? Is this a normal future thing? Earthquakes and shit? I guess it's normal whatever thing, but we don't get many of them in Houston. I don't think that's an earthquake. Autoresponder? No seismic activity detected in the area. Is he really telling me I wrote this? In another history? Yes, as far as I'm aware. Incredible. It's very boring. I think it's brilliant. I mean, they're adorable. The sun pulses around you, slowly collapsing, being as you feel it subdue you. Feel yourself unspooling, swallowed in light. You think of how you came to be here, where you're right now, and the choices you made along that path. What are the odds that you prevailed in this one? It's probably something that you could math out, but you're too busy eating the fucking sun with your whole body to figure it out. Instead, you sink into the feeling of connections that hold yourself together. The bonds you created are threaded through your arms, your belly, and your heart. Your body is nothing, consumed by flame, and yet you feel yourself start to become. Zap. The mail goes in the box. Okay, get ready. This is the best part of the movie. All the classic memes come from this part. John, be part of this movie's hot trash. Oh, it's not that bad. I want to see this guy putting the bunny back in the box. This movie's so bad that the drones are approaching your neighborhood. It's too late for the human race. Darkness tees into this timeline, and in the distance you hear what might be cracks, splinters in space-time. Reality is compressing and falling apart around you in a cacophony of breaking glass. All of your friends of their dreams rendered away to nothing, all of it unraveling. No. It doesn't disappear. I won't let it. I'm bigger than the story. I'm also inside the story, so I gather it up, keep it close to me, As soon as I remove it from caution, it's like it never happened. I take the timeline and lock it away. That's what it is. It's a locked timeline. I am its guardian. Its first guardian. Nice. Thanks for playing. It's two, I think. Let's look. Yeah, because you're gonna have to befriend me. Don't believe in yourself. Believe in the me that believes in you, Dirk. You learned the wrong way to spell afterward. Afterward? After whatever. Then there's the savior of the waking word. You rescued your friends from a very long day. So I'm guessing the last two is the note desolate and the no quitters here are based off of the bait and the sewer again. And of course it closes. Of course it closes. I'll be right back with the thing. Through the beta and the trash, it closed. Did that get us an achievement? That did get us an achievement. No quitters here. You were determined not to betray. You also smashed the shit out of that fast forward button. Anyways. Put the beta back in the box. The streets are empty. Wind skims in the voids, keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed or, say, plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's a one desolate place to keep its instruments in tune. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. And that's it. The note desolate place. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. And with that, that is the very end of Pesterquest. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. In the probably next couple days, I don't know exactly when, I am going to be attempting to continue on to Hive Swap Act 2 and Pesterquest Act 2 in their respective orders. So I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path, wherever it might lead you into the future. Bye, everybody.